What's up, motherfuckers? Wadded up for my Monday evening calls. Absolutely fucking disgusted by what's happened since really January 1st, as far as I can tell, 1980, Jimmy Carter decided to open up diplomatic relations with China all the way to February 14, 2020. Trump warned him and warned him and warned them, and finally sucked it to them motherfuckers. Tariffs. Thank God. It only took 20, 40 years for somebody to grow a pair of balls and sock it to them motherfuckers and straighten out the trade deficit, of which, from what I understand, 63% of our trade deficit, which means they're selling shit here, which means their workers are making the fucking money, their companies are making the fucking money. Or the former American company, prick-ass, bitch-ass, multinational corporations that are all part of the business roundtable that have just as many employees in China as they have here. And I'm sure hedging, if they got to pick, if the Switzerland fucking bastards got to pick, they would certainly have bet on China, because the fucking media is wholeheartedly owned by fucking corporations. Supposedly American corporations. They obviously, if you look at what has happened since February 14, 2020, the Chinese virus, a month later, comes in and destroys our entire fucking economy. The Brazilian president seems to think it was biowarfare. Now, I didn't say that. He said that. That's a fact. He believes that. And he asked this question. I think it's a fair question. When you look at the aftermath of all this shit, it's the only country in the industrialized fucking world whose GDP, gross domestic product, has gone up since COVID. Now, nobody wants to say it because it can get you canceled out. These big tech companies will fucking cancel you out. What I'm thinking, because I'm just thinking it, I'm not saying it. Trump said the other night the coronavirus was used to put him out of office. Probably. So we just got to think. You always got to follow the money. And I say this, anybody that media is attacking, the corporate-controlled media is attacking, is probably doing some good shit. Include fucking Bernie. The Bernie solution, socialism, is complete horseshit. But at least he's got the right culprit. These corporations fucking everybody. So I know this. My name is Joseph Wimpesinger. My grandfather was William Wimpy Wimpesinger, International President of the Machinists Union. Now I'm going to go dig up. I'm going to go dig it up. Pretty sure I'm going to be able to get him on record. Somehow, most of the shit's at that union that fucking hates me. But I can figure out a way. Somebody's got his shit, or I'll get somebody to get it. Somebody will do it for me. Pretty sure. From my talks with him, which are extensive, I was his firstborn grandson. I was heavily interested in unions, in economics, and the labor movement. He was pretty fucking pissed about the trade imbalances. And this is long before NAFTA. And the unions used to oppose all illegal immigration because it would compete for jobs. And the unions used to be industrial unions, most of them. Now it's mostly service workers, which is mostly people, good deal of that. It's almost like two labor movements. The service sector is, good percentage is people that came to this country illegally. Whether they're legal now or not, that's how they came here. They work for next to fucking nothing. And I think the unions originally, I don't know about that corrupt motherfucking AFL-CIO, but I know at least some unions, I believe, came against NAFTA. So not only has China stolen all our fucking technology, not only, I mean, these trade deficits, so Trump, that was his number one thing. And the fucking big business, the corporate community came against him. It's all right on fucking YouTube, the Business Roundtable. And at first it was Republicans coming against him, then it was the Democrats. They kept warning China. Fuck you, motherfuckers. You can either come to the negotiating table or I'm gonna fuck your world up with tariffs. And finally, through a lot of back and forth, February 14th, 2020, went into full effect. I think some of the interviews he's doing now said he basically had China where he wanted them. 4 years of fucking negotiations. The economy was fucking phenomenal. As far as employment, now it wasn't, you know, you reap and you sow. So if he could have got another 4 years consecutively, you would have seen the manufacturing jobs coming back. I think they already kind of have some of them. Stats I was looking at. And you can read articles where it says that he lied about it, but then the statistics they show consistently during his time, shit came back until COVID, and then they say, oh, well, every gain he had was lost because of COVID. Like that's how he fucked up. What are you going to do with the fucking nasty strand of the fucking flu or whatever it is? What are you going to do? There was no way to handle that. Whether it was on purpose or not. Now the fact that it looks like there's a possibility that Rand Paul's been fucking hammering Fauci like there's a possibility the asshole Fauci that was shutting the fucking economy down. Because I don't give a fuck how many people are going to die. And if you remember, the first estimates were 2, 3, 4 million people. It's been nothing like that, even if you count all the deaths as from COVID, which is, you know, they say the flu went away, so I think some of those, probably just regular flu deaths that got counted as it. It's respiratory. How the fuck would you really know? I got some nasty shit in my lungs right now. And I had, right around February of 2020, I had some nasty shit in my lungs. So I think it was here a little bit before they said, to be honest with you. Whatever it was. I'm so pissed. If you go look at some of my videos, you'll see motherfucking Braveheart, buddy. I'm an intense motherfucker when I get pissed, especially righteously pissed. I'm sitting here realizing that even if it was an accident, China gave no information to anybody about this shit to try to contain it. And that's if. Who fuck, like, we're gonna trust these motherfuckers? We're gonna trust these motherfuckers? Call me whatever the fuck you want, you racist motherfuckers. I am an enraged white man. Not at black people. I'm an enraged white man at the Business Roundtable, multinational corporations, the collusionary AFL-CIO that sucks the Business Roundtable's dick, according to fucking Time magazine, and just 40 years of history. And I talked to him. I got on the phone with somebody pretty high up because of my last name. Well, we work on them maybe post-election for domestic peace and some trade agreements. What the fuck you working with trade agreements with the Business Roundtable for? My grandfather told me 28 years ago, I believe, maybe 30, sitting at the kitchen table, he looked at me and he said, there's a Business Roundtable that can fuck us all over anytime they want, financially. I had no idea what he was talking about. And then for years and years and years, I thought it was some sort of fucking hidden group or something. And I just happened to look it up the other day, and I was like, holy shit, it's a lobbying organization of the top CEOs in America, supposedly America, that control 1/3 of the wealth of the stock market. And all of them do business in fucking China and everywhere else. And what does China have to offer them? Cheap fucking labor? So they're gonna fuck over the country that made these companies? Because we got too expensive? And it's real simple. It's very simple. Jobs will not go overseas. I watched a video of Trump today, and I'll be honest, I thought Trump was, I agree with most of what he said, but I thought he was fucking in cahoots with whoever the fuck the powers that be. I really did. for the better part of 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Until I realized that the exact people that should fucking love what he's doing, supposedly, the Business Roundtable, turned against him and got him thrown the fuck out of office. And they've been bitching at him for 2 or 3 years about this trade war with China. And I ignored all this shit. I was building my business. Maybe I was stupid. I don't know. Whew. Shut the whole motherfucker down. And he was against it from day motherfucking one. Against it from day motherfucking one. And most of the states that shut down for the better part of a fucking year were all so-called Democratic blue states. The ones that stayed open were conservative. Because, I mean, some of these fucking Republicans are fucking worse. Worse than fucking liberal, socialist, communist motherfuckers. Whatever you want to call them. Traitor-ass, bitch-ass motherfuckers. Because the number one thing that everybody in this country needs, and when he talks about America first, it's not a new idea. It goes back, 70 years with people that just wanted to focus on what we do. It doesn't mean not to trade. It means we're not going to fucking get into shitty-ass trade agreements where the businesses and the people make more money in other countries than we do. Off of shit we started. Technology we developed and created. Because our ancestors were a bunch of fucking yahoos, every single one of us. We're crazy motherfuckers that said, fuck it, I'm leaving. And came here for opportunity, right, wrong, or indifferent. Some legal, some illegal, whatever. Jesus Christ. Unfucking real. And I had a video telling the Business Roundtable to fuck off right in the middle of COVID. I was telling them, fuck you. I am essential. Kiss my ass. And then I stopped watching it, man. I just couldn't watch the news. I don't want to hear all the bad news every day. And in retrospect, that was probably stupid. Stick your head in the sand and say, fuck it. Why bother? That's never a good place to be. I was headed to Puerto Rico, dude. Fuck this bullshit. Not anymore. I don't think there's any legal way short of a civil war, which would make things worse, to reinstate Trump once they prove all this election fraud. If nothing else, that mail ballots are bullshit. As are agreed in 1980 by Carter and James Baker. Fucking bullshit. Outlawed it, basically, mail-in ballots. All this racial unrest, dumb motherfuckers. Everybody. Both sides of it. Dumb motherfuckers. Sitting there. Minorities have it better in this fucking country now than they have ever. Is it perfect? No. But to just rip the whole fucking country apart right in the middle of a business shutdown, it's just like, what the fuck? I think people were just so shocked at the overreaction. And yeah, people died, but it was mostly old people. in nursing homes, and that's sad, but I don't think they're, when sickness rolls through, there ain't much you can really do. Ain't much you can really do, man. Ride it out. Try to come up with a fucking vaccination. Not that I'm going to take it or not. Can't say all of them are evil. Smallpox was obviously a good idea. The vaccine for that. I think you take chicken pox shots. That seemed reasonable for most of my life. I don't know. I don't like the fact that Pfizer and fucking Johnson & Johnson, big pharma, I don't trust them bastards, but I'm sure they did it for money. Why not? Fuck it. I don't know. That's up to you. I'm not going to comment on that. So I'm going to be going through this calmly and logically, piece by piece, for the next 700 years, if need be, of exactly what is going on. And I think where I'm a Trump supporter, man. He gave one hell of a fucking speech the other night at that Ohio rally. He actually inspired me. And I'm not saying everything he says is correct. I'm not real down with all the law and order shit. As far as, you can't have anarchy. You got to have police. You can't have people shooting the police. I mean, you got to have them. I think they need to be trained better. But I'll say this, for the most part, all the threatening of arrest, if you weren't, when I was up in Maryland when this thing started, and there was definitely an air, a vibe. There's a vibe, but I never had a police officer just tell me, and I was in Frederick County, which is more rural, probably why. I was never down to Montgomery or Prince George's or fucking DC. But I never had a police officer one time tell me how to wear a mask. I'd have never figured in a million years that he'd try to perpetrate some bullshit like this. Because you got to give him credit for that. Never once. Not me anyway. Probably because most of it was spent in Florida, where the governor here wasn't going for that shit. And I'm not a great fan of the Florida police, but I commend him for that. I mean, fuck. Unbelievable, man. I find it funny, this shit all basically ended. They came with the vaccine the day after the election. You had the aftermath, but the second he left office, all this shit started winding down. Now they started to make a little bit of a comeback. Watch this shit. People ain't gonna be locked down no more. Just not gonna fucking tolerate it. At least not where I'm at. I guess that's all I gotta worry about. Just live somewhere, and that's why people are moving in droves. Nobody almost ever at all. The year I've been in Florida during this COVID shit, I spent 2 or 3 months in Maryland, maybe 4, and the rest of it was in Florida. The second I left, very few places even enforced the mask. If you look at the counties, very few deaths. Lee County, Collier County, Broward. I think Miami-Dade had some problems. As the New Yorkers. Crazy, bro. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Stay tuned. My eyes have been open.